Hello! It's time today for the third block of Quiltmania's mystery quilt. It's a spring bouquet laid on a simple patchwork block. As before, you can hand piece the block, but if you're rather machine piece, I'll show you how to easily piece half square triangles. Let's start with the cutting. In the cream print, cut a large square D, size 10.5 inches. In the purple print, cut 4 rectangles C, size 2 × 3.5 inches. You make 4. Also cut 2 squares, size 4 inches 3/4. These are slightly oversized, only cut this size if you machine piece. I suggest you leave the blueprint folded, you align the selvages, you cut them off. Then you make a first cut 4 inches 3/4 wide and a second one to square it, so you get 2 squares size 4 inches 3/4. In the remaining fabric, you cut a strip 3.5 inches wide, in which you will cut 8 rectangles 4 inches 3/4 long. So the cutting's done. Let's put the block together. Take the purple rectangle, place it right sides together on top of a blue rectangle, and you stitch on this side. That's what I've done here. You repeat this 4 times. Then you press the seam allowances towards the purple fabric. You finger press, you can also press with your iron. And then you place a second blue rectangle on the purple one and you stitch them together. Repeat this process to get 4 identical units. Then take your 4 blue and purple squares, on the back side of the blue square I have already marked a diagonal with a soft lead pencil and a ruler. You place the 2 squares right sides together, a blue and a purple one, aligning all 4 sides. Then you'll stitch on both sides of this drawn line, leaving a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And you align the diagonal with the edge of your presser foot. When you're done, you see I have 2 stitching lines. You cut the square apart on the diagonal with your cutter and a ruler. You yield 2 triangle squares. Place the purple fabric on top, unfold and finger press. The seam allowance is towards the purple fabric. You can also press it with your iron, being careful not to stretch the pieces out of shape. So the middle square of your block measures 10 inches wide. So we need a frame 3 inches wide. With the seam allowance, the corner square measure 3 inches 1/4. And so you have to resize those units with your BS square ruler. Let's now put the block together. I have already sewn 2 border units to the middle square and have pressed the seam allowances towards the middle square. For the next step, I have placed those seam allowances in the opposite direction towards the corner squares, and now we can join these 2 units. I place few pins, leaving enough space for the presser foot so that I don't have to sew over the pins. I find this causes distortion of the seam. When the seam allowances butt up against one another, the pieces are ready to be sewn, and you'll get nicely matching seams.